We were, a number of us were all called to the house in Petersfield, where a bloke had sort of escaped from a mental health hospital. He had was holding his mother hostage with a screwdriver, threatening to harm anyone else, etc. And we were there as part of a team that went into supposedly to arrest him. We got up to the house, loads of us turned up initially, and as we were approaching the house, best laid plans, before we had people surrounding the house and whatever, he made off and did a runner out the side door of the house and into the back garden. Chased him through a number of gardens, and as time went by, less and less of my colleagues still with me. So after the chase through the gardens, ran up this lane that we're standing in now, and about the middle he stopped and he turned round and he looked at me, and I thought, yeah, he clearly is a nutter. He looked straight in my eyes. He was in a way almost oddly calm for a moment. He had this screwdriver raised up and he said, I'm going to kill you. He said that a couple of times, and I thought, yeah, I think he really is, that really is what he's intending to do. It was very scary. It's very different look in his eye to most people that we scrap with on a regular basis. And yeah, he came towards me, and I thought, this is it. So he came at me with this screwdriver, screaming he was going to kill me. I thought, I've got to do something. So got this CS on my belt. I joined in 2007, so 3 years later. I've never used the stuff, and I thought this is the time. Raised it up, sprayed it straight in his eyes. Got a fantastic shot, and I thought that would do the trick, and it did no good at all. He just wiped it out of his eyes and continued coming straight at me, which was not the plan, and really was quite scary, because I thought that was the tool that was going to stop him, and it did no good at all. Had absolutely no idea how far away my colleagues were, who had been separated in the chase to get here. So he kept coming at me, and I thought, I'd best start hitting him. I had a chance to get my asp out, never used that before either. That worked. Hit him on the leg with it and he fell over. Then we started wrestling with each other, really. And so at that point I thought, oh shit, this isn't going according to plan at all. And as we rolled over on the ground, it ended up with me face down, and he started hitting me. But I knew he had his screwdriver in his hand. I could feel these blows going up my back, and it's like being punched, but I knew that he had the screwdriver in his hand. And I just felt it getting higher and higher up my back, and saying that he told me again that he was going to kill me, that I was going to die. And I really thought that I was. Feel it going further and further up my back until I felt it in the back of my neck. After he got a couple of good blows into my neck, he stopped stabbing me, and I realised I was still alive for a start, which I thought was a bonus. He thought from his point of view that he had done his job, and he got up and he started running again down to the end of this alleyway. I found him. It's my luck of the draw. Happened to be the side of the road I was searching. He reared up from behind a parked car, still with his screwdriver. Got him again with the CS, about as effective as it was the first time, unfortunately. And my colleague, fortunately, was a taser-equipped officer, and he very quickly came over and used the taser, which did its job initially. Bloke hit the deck, but he then continued to try and fight as soon as the electric charge stopped, so he had to be tasered a second time. The colleague was saying to get some handcuffs on him, which I did, and I got to say the words, got my arrest, and it was at that point that when he was cuffed, I think the adrenaline backs off a little bit, and I felt the blood going down the back of my neck, and it was at that point that I realised, began to take stock a bit of the situation, and really began to feel quite unwell.